What's up guys, Jimmy here, and thank you for your patience. I got some debris and rust on me. I've been climbing storage containers and rolling over cars. It's been quite the day. But anyway guys, I'm here to review, of course, Infamous Second Son. Boy, what a great game. I want to tell you guys all about it, okay? First off, let's just talk about this. Right now, we are in People Forever. We're saying next gen, you know, PS4 next gen, Xbox One next gen. PS4, Xbox One, it is here. This is the generation, and Infamous Second Son is the game, the first big game for the PS4, the first big exclusive that I have been really just anticipating like you would not believe. I loved playing through the first two Infamous games, absolutely love them. I was like, wow, they're not going to continue on with Cole's story. They're going to go a new route. I wasn't too sure about that, but boy, guys, I played through this wonderful game, Second Son, and I absolutely loved it. So is this my favorite Infamous game of all time? Perhaps, and that's saying something, because I absolutely just really enjoyed the second one. I thought it was excellent. But let's, talking about the PS4 and about what games are capable, let's talk about the visuals. The graphics in Second Son are off the charts. They are very impressive, from the lighting, the many different types of lighting that you'll see in the game. A massive openness. This, of course, is an open world game, but it is gorgeous. A lot of times there might be some open world games where there isn't a whole lot of attention to detail. There is a lot of excellent, wonderful attention to detail in Second Son. I was really pleased with, but yeah, like I'd mentioned, amazing detail and effects in terms of the smoke, the lighting, the building, the different enemies and vehicles that you'll encounter in the game. I was just really impressed with. And the sweet attention to detail in terms of the awe-inspiring graphics and visuals really helped envelop me and really helped with the immersion for the game. I was just blown away by the graphics in Second Son. That's a given. Any of you guys that had the chance to watch some of the gameplay on YouTube for Second Son know this is a beautiful looking game. But how does the game perform gameplay-wise? How are the controls? Well, the thing is, not only is there a massive city for you guys to check out with Second Son, but also, it's just not at a street level. You're going to be gliding, coasting, gliding up walls in different ways, going through buildings, and so it's just not a level playing field. You're going to be jumping from tall building to tall building, climbing massive skyscrapers. And the great thing about this is I could see if the gameplay wasn't that good, how that could be very frustrating. After all, you've got this massive city, you've got a lot of different places to go to, and I could see if the gameplay and controls were wonky and didn't work that well, it would be a very frustrating experience. But fortunately, the gameplay is extremely smooth. Being able to glide up a building, go through a building, hop from building to building, I was able to do effortlessly. So just like in the first two Infamous games, you will be given a lot of different abilities. In those first two games, you had the electrical ability, and you actually were given all these different powers associated with your ability. And the interesting thing with Second Son, though, is you start off with smoke and fire, be able to wield smoke and fire. You pull in smoke to be able to get all these sweet, cool powers to take down your foes. But it doesn't stop there. I'm not really going to go into detail, but there's more than just the fire and smoke that you're going to be wielding in the game. And I was like, whoa, I had seen something with the neon, but it even goes beyond that. Out of all the powers and abilities, the neon was my personal favorite. You'll have to definitely find out what your favorite is. It's definitely worth playing through. And the great thing is yes, there is a nice campaign to check out and hours of additional side missions and content for you to check out. But not just that. The great thing about Second Son is that you'll have the opportunity, once you play through the game, you can either play, you could be the hero or play the good guy or the bad guy, play through that game. You can play the game all over again and then totally change up on the choices that you'll make, which I really appreciated. You know, it had that with the first two Infamous games, but it adds it kind of a step further with the different powers and abilities that you'll get in the game. I really like the story in Infamous Second Son. Now, the main villain you get to meet not too far off in this story, and gosh, I have to tell you, what a piece of work right off the bat. I've never really encountered the main villain like this, where I'm like, this person needs to go down. I mean, that sounds kind of weird or whatever, but this main villain really is a piece of work. And oh, so pompous, so smug. But anyway, the main character, Delsin, is a very, very likable character. Now, the main difference between with Delsin and Cole is, of course, the main character for Infamous 1 and 2. The main difference between Delsin and Cole is the attitude with the powers that they receive. With Cole, he was kind of like almost ashamed with the powers and abilities that he had. He was able to use his powers and abilities effectively. But the main difference between the two is, you know, Delsin isn't ashamed or afraid of his powers. He's excited and he's proud at what he could do. It was just really fun to be able to play through the game with this character. He was very confident, had fun with what he did, and took things, had a nice sense of humor. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a whole lot of content in Second Son. You can play throughout the game, play through the story, but there's also a lot of different side missions for you to check out. And as I mentioned earlier, the city is gorgeous, and it's so much, yeah, you can go on with the main missions, or you can just check out the different areas. During the game, there were a few different glitches that I encountered, in the sense of, in the game, of course, you have the power and ability to go through buildings and pop out in the top. In a couple instances when I was roaming the city, I actually went through a wall, and I had to end up restarting the game, or I was able to get through the game. But besides the few glitches that I encountered with Second Son, these weren't game-breaking glitches, and they were far and few between. As I've mentioned in some of my other reviews for you guys, of course, the most important thing for me in video games is fun. Is Infamous Second Son a fun game? Absolutely. Guys, you are really going to enjoy this game. If you have a PS4, don't wait any longer. Go to your local game store, pick it up. It is a blast to play. If you enjoyed this review, definitely smack that thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.